try to squeeze a hook in here, it'll fuck up the song. So a lot of times I just rap over the beat, just from the top to the bottom, no hook.
And then, do you typically write once you got the beat, or do you already sort of have some bars that's in your head? Like you keep bars, verses in your head without the beat and then add it to the beat, or the beat is what sort of like?
I be trying to do that. I be like, damn, like this, it'll be like raw in the verse. But I can never just like fit it in. So I just probably like had the idea, and probably like 10 songs later, I probably find a way to fit in and be like, okay, I had this idea from like 10 songs later. But usually when I hear the beat, I make the song. I don't just like make the bars first.
And then find a beat.
Yeah, but if I do have like an idea, it'll be like on some random shit like, damn, this shit do kind of fit in here.
Right. And then do you typically write outside the studio, at the studio? Like for me personally, like I'm typically my writing process for a long time is like has been, and this go back to like when people was having burned CDs, so like in instrumentals and LimeWire and shit. So like I'll have CDs that's got beats all over them, you know? And so like, whether I was in my homie car, whether I'm in my whip, whether I had like the CD Walkman, like I always got some beat CDs. And so I'm always just listening to the beats away from the studio, have a little notebook where I'm writing things at, you know, this before phones, smartphones and shit like that. And I'm just writing regularly to these beats, you know, and then I would go to the studio and then I would lay everything in the studio. And then as time passed, you know, you got smartphones and stuff like that. Now I keep, because a lot of things that I write, like, and I know some people got different opinions on this, but a lot of the music that I write is with artists or with producers that I done interacted with on YouTube and got relationships with on YouTube, or even just I've been a fan of the beats that they producing on YouTube. So I got YouTube Premium and I'm just downloading beats. You know, like it might be 1 o'clock in the morning. I done woke up. I don't got nothing to do for the next 30, 45 minutes. I'm down a rabbit hole of just not even necessarily listening to the beat, like. Just download. I know I like this producer. I'm just downloading all the beats, you know, like, and then.
And I want to say YouTube Premium, the no ads, that's top tier.
If it's one streaming service I gotta have my YouTube Premium, no ads. I need to be able to close my phone. I need to be able to download it. And so, like, for me, like, it'll be times where, like, my phone storage full, and it's like from beats. You know, I got like 300 beats, 350 beats on here.
That's a different dedication. No, fact.
And so I'll just write to him, you know, like, and I'll just write to them, and I'll like do a lot of like trial and error where it may be a producer where I done wrote like 5 different songs to 5 different beats he got, and really I'm only gonna keep one of them, but I sort of find like a rhythm and write into these different beats, write into a couple bars here, a couple bars there, and then so I'll typically go to the studio, book out like 4 or 5 hours with Skinny, and especially at the beginning of a project, and like I go through and I'm laying stuff that I already done wrote, you know, like, and I know a lot of other people approach it differently where they go to the studio and for the first time they hear the beat or they listening to something, and for them they writing everything there in the studio. So which process you feel like is more similar to what it is that you do?
See, I don't waste my money in the studio. If I'm going to the studio, I got everything prepared. Like, and, you know, I just had a song in my head. Like, I ain't gonna say I freestyle my music, but I don't write nothing down. Like I used to write a lot, but I don't put nothing in my phone. I just If I make something in my head, I keep saying in my head or I say it on my phone. But I think like I moved away from actually writing it down. But I was about to say something else. What was the question?
I was saying, so you typically go to the studio and you ready, you set to go. You not okay.
And I say like I know I'm raw, but I'm like a Vince Carter, cause I never. Like, you know how, like you said, it's like you practice, it's like you not practicing, but you, if you hear a beat, you will write to it, like, you know, approve, I never did that. Like, my homie Meezy, he's like a J. Cole line, he said, you know, he spent the summer just like, you know, it don't matter, every day he go write a song and shit. I never been that type, like, I just, you know, and I think I'd be way, like, more polished if I did do something like that. You know, I think, like, those, like, you know, the Kobe Bryants, you know, that work on their skill all the time and shit. I feel like a Vince Carter, like, he just naturally gets it, so he don't gotta keep, you know, working on it. But if he did, that nigga would be like Mike.
Right.
And I feel like that's how I am. But I just make the song in my head and take it to the stool.
And that, to me, that's impressive too. Like everybody I done ever met who like can keep the verses in their head and don't have to have it written down and go into the studio and run through them. Like I done always been impressed by that. And like, and a lot of people I know, like my homie Buddy was like that, Skinny like that. I had my homie Dame who like that, where like he got the verses in his head, you know, like, and it may take him a second to like, you know, get the flow or rhythm or whatever, but he know the verse, you know what I'm saying? He got the verse remembered, you know, like, and that's an impressive thing, like, cause like, I done been in the studio before, like, and I got the wrong notebook. I can't even record. I gotta figure, we gotta change the whole schedule up cause I don't got the notebook, you know what I'm saying? Like, or I got it in my phone battery finna die, like, I gotta figure, we gotta sit and let this phone charge because I can't do it without the phone battery, you know. Without
Probably
the
got
phone
too much material. That's what it is.
And that's one of the things too.
But like,
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, like Tay said the same thing. I know he capable of it, but like he said, you know, he'll pull out his phone or whatnot. But yeah, I had that shit like memorized in my head.
Yeah,
ready to go.
That's really impressive to me. Like when these last couple of months during the summer, we've been having some concerts here, and one of the biggest things that I had to do at the very first concert was like get comfortable with like memorizing the lyrics, because I'm so used to like having a notebook that like that was my biggest like thing that I had to get used to, is like damn, I have never rapped this without the you know, like in front of me, you know, like I don't really listen to my music that much once I release it, you know, like
you got a lot of music.